Hey, good afternoon, grazers. Today is the 31st of July, and wanted to just show a video of something a little bit different. And what I'm doing is I'm up here in the woods on the neighbor's property, and I have the cows grazing through here. There's some field in here too, but I really like to let them kind of clean things up in here. The woods here, they flash graze through here, and I say flash graze. They graze through here real quick. Once a year is what I've done, and they're just daily moves across here. Sometimes I'll do a couple times. The other neighbor actually had a little 1 acre horse pasture that got overgrown. They asked me about putting the cows in there, so I should have done a before and after video of it, but I didn't. But so I will I'll show you real quick. I'm going to turn this around and just show you the difference. So this is where the cows are at. They're moving through here right now, and this is where they were at yesterday. And so some people would say you're really hurting the woods by doing that, and what I've seen is this forage coming in thicker and thicker every year. Personally, if it was my own woods, I would thin it hopefully down a little bit more, but there's forage in here, and the cows are in here happily grazing a lot of these broadleafs that are in here. And I want to show you, they're in here grazing this, right? And up here in the field is much higher quality grass, but they still choose to eat leaves. And from everything I understand, those leaves serve as a natural anthelmintic dewormer, depending on the level of tannins within those leaves. And so you can see they're going to eat through all this, and it was the same way yesterday. You can see this is where there was grass at, and it had not been grazed yet this year. It was the first time, and I had skipped over this section earlier in the year because grass was getting ahead of me. But this yesterday looked just like this, and they came through here last night, stripped everything off, and this morning I moved them into another section, and then this afternoon I'm moving them into here for the evening time. And so you can see most of these cows are close to full, but they've got a huge section for tonight. It is the middle of breeding season here, so the bull is in with them, and so I'm trying to give them all the mineral and try to keep them as fat as possible. Jim Elizondo from the Total Grazing program frequently, his slogan is fat cows, fat cows, fat cows. I have not always done a good job of that. I have certainly failed in sometimes pushing the cows too hard, and then trying to utilize more grass. And then when you do that, your conception rates will definitely fall off, especially with unadapted genetics. What are they eating in here? You can see this cow's just ripping away. This is actually broom sedge right here, this grass that they're clipping through. And broom sedge in its vegetative state like it is here, this is getting pretty high. I feel like that's way too close. Yeah, this is getting a little too tall, but they're still going to eat it off. You can see back here, this cow's clipping at everything, and so in here, I learned recently that this is beaked panic grass, and there's also some foxtail over here. There's not a lot of clover in here. This is almost all grasses. There's some fescue, there's some orchard grass, there's some timothy in here, and then there's plenty of weeds in here as well. This was continuously grazed for a fairly long time, and then it was and then horses were grazing in here, and I have been grazing on this side the last, I guess, 2 years. I purchased the property right next to this 3 years ago. So anyway, the just wanted to show kind of the difference. You know, what I have found, I truly enjoy deer hunting. It's one of my more favorite things to do in the fall and with the kids. And so by doing that, I I care about management for not just the cows, but also for wildlife such as deer, quail, turkey, all those things. And what I've seen is by putting the cows in here rapidly and then taking them out and then leaving significant portions of the farm rested, there's high quality forbs in here for the deer. And then, you know, our fields are filled with clover on top of that. And so there's plenty of deer here. And so the population from the first time that when I first bought the property next to this, which is 200 acres, I seen 3 deer that first year. And now there's times where the kids and I will see 30 deer in an evening. And so we're definitely doing something to help benefit all wildlife. We frequently see and hear quail on the property. I don't believe that there's large enough huntable populations, but I've never really quail hunted either. But last year we did see our first little, I think they're called a clutch of babies walking around with the mom next to the pond by the house. And so that was pretty neat to see, you know, 10, 12 babies following a mom around bobwhite quails. So, but anyway, I'm going to turn this off, but just like I said, wanted to show you something different, grazing through the woods with the field here. And the more that they continue to come in here, quickly graze it down, what I have noticed is the spacing on the plant spacing continues to shrink each year. So there's less soil every year the more that we do this, and even in the woods there's better quality coming on regularly. So I think that's it. I hope you guys are enjoying the cool weather. It actually dropped down to, I think, 80 degrees today, so the heat wave has lifted and this feels so much better. So yep, hope you guys have a great weekend too.